Unleash the power of knowledge and connect with the heartbeat of the African diaspora. Download our African Diaspora News Channel app now on Google Play and Apple App Store. Stay informed with authentic and diverse perspectives, breaking news, and cultural insights. Immerse yourself in a community that celebrates unity, resilience, and progress. Experience the vibrancy of the diaspora at your fingertips. Don't miss out. Empower your perspective today. Search African Diaspora News Channel and join the conversation.
There's a discussion online about Africans naming their kids, and some Africans opting to name their kids or give their kids a white name so that when they grow up, they will not be facing prejudice, especially before someone interacts with them, or when during a job process they'll need to see your CV, they'll see your name, they'll need to talk to you over the phone or over the email. So that will make their life a little bit easier, is what some Africans are saying. And this topic is specific to the Western world. Africans that have immigrated to these other countries and they want to give their kids a better chance at life, getting a job, and that is what they're saying. But there's another side to this argument, and others are saying, why would you change your name? Why would you assimilate? That's part of you. Why wouldn't you give your children their own, cultural name? You should be proud of it, and they should lead with that. And honestly, we understand both sides, because at the end of the day, we all know in this world the prejudice, the discrimination, the racism our people face when it comes to opportunities and getting jobs. So they have to be calculated, and as much as they would want to give their kids their cultural names, they're just afraid that they're gonna have it harder in that country. And we've seen that to be true. A lot of the times people lose out on opportunities when the people that are running that company or HR finds out that you're not one of them, you're not like them. They tend to prioritize their own people, and in that case the parents can say, that's why I gave my child this name, just like our sister here.
My mother's from Nigeria, and she could have given me a traditional Nigerian name, but she called me Stephen. I was also born in Botswana in Africa. I think had she called me something else, my life probably would have been quite different, in all honesty. I worked for 4 years on phones doing telesales, and when you call up and your name is Stephen in the UK and you sound like I do, I think any prejudice someone might have had because of the colour of my skin or where I'm from vanishes.
My mum did the same thing. She named me Paige so that if anyone, say, read my CV, they would have no inkling of what my race was before I had an opportunity to come and improve myself in person. Now, whilst I think this is simply a survival technique in a post-colonial Western world where you just want to make sure that your child has the best opportunity to succeed, it does sadden me, because in my opinion, I think she's 100% right. I do believe that I've been able to excel in a number of jobs as a result, not just only of my name, but also of how painfully British I sound. Just like Stephen, I worked in telesales for over 4 years and I did incredibly well. People had no idea I was black. There were a couple of times where I'd meet them on site because it was an event company and they would be like, and I knew in their head, they were like, oh my God, she's black. She's been black the whole time. That was actually the same company I worked at, where I was working with somebody that said that he was Stephen Bartlett's little brother. I'm not saying that he was lying. I just had no way to confirm this. His name was Kevin. Very big guy, quite quiet. And Kevin did all right on the phone as well. Probably because, like me, people on the phone weren't 100% sure whether he was black and probably didn't even consider it in the first place. By both of us sounding British and having British names in a telesales environment, it meant that we were both able to do our jobs to the best of our ability without activating any prejudice that the person on the other end of the phone might have had if they realised or thought that we might have been black.
She said her mother gave her a white-sounding name, I believe her name is Paige, so she can have a better chance at life in the Western world. And she said that she believes it helped her. And she's not the first person to say this. A lot of people say that, but people were pushing back. Some of the comments that I read said, I have an African surname and I sound Nigerian, but it hasn't held me back. Someone else wrote, I have an Igbo name and I am happy my father blessed me with it. It has not impeded me in any way. Another person wrote, I'm a Zulu woman living in South Africa. I have a native and an English name. For the longest time, I used my English name because I got tired of people butchering the pronunciation of my native name. Then one day, I figured if you can pronounce other difficult names, you can learn how to say my name. This is also true. A lot of the times, you hear white people pronouncing the most, crazy sounding names, like long names, but they pronounce it precisely the way it's written, the way it's supposed to be said. But when it comes to our names, it's like, what did you just say? Can I give you a nickname? It's kind of hard. Like, they butcher it. And a lot of people were saying, if someone respects you, they need to learn how to say your name correctly. And it's also true, but I guess it's up to the person. You have to decide which battles, which war to go to. And some people just opt out to giving their kids white names, but some don't want to bow down to this and give their kids their cultural names. But what are your thoughts on this, fam? Let us know down below. I am Wongel Zelalem.